So, you know, because see, at this altitude, helicopters don't have enough fuel because they got to get up higher. So all the articles, I said, they have 10 minutes flight time from when they achieve altitude, 10 minutes, okay? And so I was thinking, okay, well, the first thing is go pick the guy up. They're going down, right? And then they go around to Pohakuloa, right? No, the guy went straight up, straight up. I thought he was going to crash into the mountain because he's going straight up. I thought, well, he's going off the side, right? He go right over the top, you know. He went to 13,000 feet, went right over the top, you know. It's like, holy cow. I thought, whoa. And then so he gets over the Pohakuloa side, yeah. Like he's going to go down, right? He does this big, like one side looking at clouds, another side looking at the ground, right? You can feel the G-force going as he's going down, huh? He takes this big spiral, whoosh, and he goes, thunk, just like that, right on the airfield. And I was thinking, oh, the guy trying to impress us, civilians, with their abilities, yeah? But you know what it was? They were practicing for Afghanistan. When you land on the fire, that's what you do. When you land fast as you can. You take off, straight off, and because you go catch fire, yeah, small arms fire.
You're low altitude, so you don't want to expose yourself to low.
So that's the first thing, boom, straight up. And when you land, you spiral, boom, like that. That's how you land. But that's why he did it. Wasn't to impress us.
Actually, Darren doesn't know from there to where we finished up that day because he went down with the patient on the helicopter.
With Mahalo. I understand it was rough. It was rough.
We got out just at nightfall. Just as the sun went sink below the horizon, we got out on the highway.
Well, it was just as well because I don't think I could have gone any further.
And then there was problem with his oxygen bottle. Anybody need oxygen? Anybody need oxygen?
Oh dear. Oh, the stories. Oh yeah. Even when we went down, that was the year. The second year, we went down from Mauna Kea to Mauna Loa down to...
2 days from summit to summit.
Yeah, then down to Kilauea. And then down to the shore at Keaho, not the Keaho Kona, but Keaho in Puna, yeah? So we're camping down at Keaho, and then suddenly that's where...
next to Kapapala.
That's where, well, that's another story in of itself. But that's where Kamapua landed when he came up to Wupele at Keaho. Anyway, these guys camping on the beach, yeah? And so it's nighttime, they're sleeping, and like all of a sudden there's big rockets, whoa, whoa, whoa! Thinking, oh, probably somebody got bit by a centipede or something, right? I say, what happened? One big centipede. They say, no, one owl landed on somebody, no, and landed on somebody else. You heard the story? He said, one owl. I said, one owl? I never heard of that before. And you turn around.
That's somebody.
You know what's standing on? The first guy. You know who was the first guy? Was him. You know how come? You know how come? This is Almakua. So the pu'eo landed on him and landed on some other guys in the environment. It's like, oh, never heard of that. A pu'eo land on somebody when you're camping at night.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, that's really some really interesting stuff that happened on our travels, boy. Yeah, every 10 feet. Holy cow. Oh, you did.
No, I'm trying to pay attention to my breathing.
What they call it, bombs.
Yeah. It shoots the liquid lava out. That's what flies out. Right over there you can tell because it's smooth, yeah? They call it a lava bomb.
Here's another one. Well, actually, many, but they're all busted up.
Yeah, this one too, yeah?
Oh, I got missed.
Yeah, because I don't know about you, I didn't spend a lot of time at Halepohaku, so it's like, oh, not acclimatized. How are you holding out?
Who?
Emily?
Am I holding out?
She's hanging in
Yeah.
there pretty good.
You're not winded.
Making sure
Got
I
the
don't get
advantage
winded.
of youth.
You got a headache? Okay, cool.
Oh, you gave these guys altitude sickness lecture.
Do I what?
Did you give these guys the altitude sickness lecture?
No. These guys are young and tough. But I should.
So we're still getting it. The snow coming up there.
Yeah. Because, you know, I ask these guys, they look kind of funny. It's like, you guys feeling okay? What you guys feeling?
These are foot on my trying to change. It's slippery. I need to have my dang shoes.
It's not that rough. Fortunately. Okay, we can open up the top backpack and pull out one of the bags. Okay, if we can bring one of the long poles. One of the long poles. Okay, and then we can pull them out.
All of the bags or the flag?
Just this one, the flag. Okay, then lower away. Lower them down. Okay, the Union Jack we attach to the top one. So Union Jack attached already to the top one.
Maybe you walk back then.
I would attach the Union Jack first. Okay, in the bottom we tuck the bottom clip, but we adjust the bottom clip so that it fits. You should pull it a little bit tight, but not too tight, and it's not supposed to be floppy. And you can slide the thing up and down, no matter. So you can slide the thing. That one is a real, which one is that? It's a cotton one.
Yeah.
No, this one, this is a one-man flag. One man should be able to handle.
That's what she said.
Okay, next one. Next one. Okay, this one is a heavy one.
The heavy one should have gone on this big polo.
Maybe we should have done it that way, but we go see. Well, you think it's better to swap them off?
Well, my crack the floor, yeah.
All right, we go swap them off. We go change flags. Okay, change flags. This one going on that one. Okay, this one is a cotton one. This is one that flew over Iolani Palace. Okay, we're gonna swap them.
Okay, let me tie this better.
So that one is going on this one. This one's going on that one. So we're gonna attach that one to that one and this one to this one. So same thing, just attach them same way. Up, 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 up. Okay, so this one. Oh, you got them. Okay, up. Okay, this one flew over our Iolani Palace. This one is heavy. This one might take two guys to hold. Wait until it blows. Two guys, I tell you. Okay. So these are monarchy standard. Next. Does anybody need a holder to hold on to them? Okay, a small one. Okay, this is High Hawaii. And what this one is again, it's a regular independence flag. It's a monarchy standard flag.
3x6.
3x6. And if you look at the Union Jacks are long. Okay, just slide them up until reach. Okay, and you can slide them down, no matter. Okay, so it's another monarchy standard flag. Okay, one more. One more full. Okay, this one is Hai Kalaunu, crown flag. Okay, and you just adjust. Okay, and if anybody needs, you need that to carry, you can hapai inside that thing. Okay, folks, we're going to go over this again. Okay, those flags that you're carrying are not state flags, okay? These are what we call monarchy standard flags.
Why is that?
It's because according to US flag codes, all American flags are 3x5, okay? And so when you get to multiples of that, it'll be 6x10, okay? The statutes of the Kingdom of Hawaii specified that Hawaiian flags be twice as long as they're tall, okay? They're supposed to be 6x12 or 3x6, okay? So these flags, the dimensions are 3x6 or 6x12, except for Kahai Kalaunu, which is 3x5, which is a standard for crown flags. So you cannot take a state flag at 3x5 and just tack on another foot of stripes on top of the thing. And that's because if you look at the Union Jacks on these guys, the Union Jacks are really long and stretched out. Yeah, for state flags, the Union Jack is square-ish, but on monarchy standard flags, the Union Jacks are long, okay? So you look at these Union Jacks, they're long. So these are not American Hawaii state flags. These are flags of the kingdom. These are the flags of independent Hawaii. Yeah, this is not the flag of the United States, no. So these are flags of free Hawaii, independent Hawaii. Yeah.
And so today, at this time, the kingdom's flags are flying higher than
any other flag in this Pai'aina. Highest in the Pacific Basin. Okay, there's this other flag in the center. Okay, you all know what it is. It's Hai Kalaunu, right? And you're all familiar with Hai Kalaunu, right? Okay, but just for Pono's sake. Okay, Hai Kalaunu, you know the chant Lili Ue or the song Lili Ue? There's two endings to it, yeah? Hai na ia mai ana ka puana Lili ue no hona ni mai E o e lili u I ko inoa Ka hai ka launu o Hawaii ne. So lili u, answer to your name, the crown flag of Hawaii. This one is a faithful reproduction of the Kalakaua crown flag. Okay, crown flags are the flags that you fly. Say when, the Queen of England is on a boat, the boat flies a crown flag. When the Queen of England is in residence in Buckingham Palace, they fly the crown flag. That means that the Queen's presence is there. Okay, all of these flags date way back then. You know, you talk about the American flag, old, yeah, right. But all these flags were designed by Kamehameha the Great, believe it or not. The current legend is that it was about 1819 or whatever, designed by some American sea captain. But if you look at the reports, yeah, there's a drawing of His Majesty's, Hawaiian Majesty's ship, the Ka'ahumanu, in 1816. And if you look at the flags they're flying on top of that boat, looks just like these flags, exactly like these flags. And they're flying the crown flag, which looks like that one. But they have those different, because if you know the Palace Seal, Iolani Palace, yeah, they have the crown over that, but they got the two standing on the side, yeah? Okay, well, Kamehameha's crown flag had that, but they had the two standing on the side, yeah? But Kalakaua modified it for his dynasty, and they took the guys off. And so this is the flag of Kalakaua. It's also the flag of Liliuokalani. And you know, I don't know, have you seen this flag before? Okay, and do you know why we fly these things? Because we fly these things to remind people, yeah, this is the Queen's land. This is her country, yeah? And when we fly these flags, it's like, you know, Eo e Liliu, answer Liliu, okay? When you fly that flag, you carrying that flag, you represent the Queen. And symbolically, the Queen is with us. Yeah, and that's why we're flying that flag, okay?
Another fact is that of the two twins, who are usually referred to as Kamehameha's uncles, these are two of the four guys that supported Kamehameha and his rise to kinghood. So the twins were Kamanava and Kime-Iamoku. Kime-Iamoku's relationship in this thing is he was Kalakaua's grandfather. So they're all like blood down to Kalakaua from the twins who were supportive of Kamehameha.
Yeah. Oh, another thing about the flag, yeah? You see the American flag is so old, yeah? But the reports that, you know, foreigners would come to the Hawaiian archipelago and they would see, they would find the boats were flying this flag. They couldn't identify what it was as early as 1805, you know. And I suspect this is the flag that they were flying as early as 1805. And you know, the American flag has always been changing, right? Sometimes they make the star circle, sometimes they make the star, you know, rectangle, sometimes they make the stars, you know, whatever, right? So, in my humble opinion, in terms of flags that have been, you know, been the same, I would say Kahai Hawaii is older than the American flag. It's been the same since as early as 1805. It has not been changed. Yeah. So our flag is older than the American flag right now. Yeah. You know, a lot of people feel that, you know, Hawaii is such a backwoods, backwater, provincial, yeah. Like we don't know nothing over here. They have to teach us how to walk and chew gum same time, yeah. But no, excuse me, we had our flag before you guys did. You know, a lot of firsts that Hawaii had. You know.
Hold on. Can you share anything about James?
Oh, the Star of James and Lynette.
Okay, before you do that, let me correct what I just said. I said Kime-Iamoku was the grandfather. He was a great-grandfather. His grandfather was Kamanava II, who was Kime-Iamoku's son. Okay, that's great now.
Okay, and actually one of those, his name before was Ho'omahehe, right?
Bumahehe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he
Ho'opiri.
Mahehe, because he was one of the guys.
More than one name is a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, he was one of the guys.
Him and his brother
Yeah.
were with Kamehameha when Kamehameha died. And they were the ones that
Down
died.
there now. The western. The one. I'm going to get the Chants from that side.
Yeah, but I have to go to
Can I run it for you?
Yeah.
What do you want up there? Put that on him. You can catch this without mic, yeah?
Yeah.
It'll be right there.
The mic is on.
So anyway, okay, just as an aside, okay, you heard of Mauna Ala, right? Yeah, and you heard about the kind just passed away, yeah? Bill, my oho, right? And before the motto was Anti my oho.
Namahana.
Yeah. Do you know that they're all descendants of those one guy? Ho'oulu. The line of taking care of the bones of the ali'i fell to that family. For all time, so since that day forward, they were in charge of the bones of the ali'i at Mauna Ala. Except for a brief time when Kalakaua put one of his cronies in. But Lili'u re-established them. They were of the line, and those guys, even the guys who are looking to replace them now, are all descendants, yeah? And that's only, seems only fair and proper. Because if you don't have the kapus, you cannot handle the mana. And there is mana in that place. And mana, if you don't know how to handle it, is dangerous. It's a danger to you, it's a danger to other people. Yeah, but that's how come these folks end up, and it's a tradition that has never ended. It has never ended. It's one of the traditions that go back to the time of Kamehameha. It has never died. Yeah.
Okay, another fact. Of the two guys who were with Kamehameha, which is Ho'opili and Ho'ohulu, their great-grandfather was Lonoika Haupu, who is presently in the mound at Iolani Palace, who happens to be one of my ancestors. So,
Yeah.
I'm sort of a cousin to these guys.
Okay, so we have always all these stories to tell, okay, about that flag, okay, that flag. Okay, you know, James was Lynette's husband, okay, and we all know Lynette, well, she might be considered a bit of an activist, right?
I don't know about a bit.
I don't know, but anyway, they had this blacklist, you know, Iolani Palace did. They had this blacklist of suspicious people to watch out for, yeah? And guess who's on the list? None other than one Lynette Cruz, right? Okay, well, it turns out one of the guys they hired to be one of the guards at Iolani Palace was this guy, James.
James Lakapa'ahu.
Yeah, and so he's doing his job one time, and they pass around this flyer saying, watch out for these guys are radicals and they're dangerous. Look at that thing, there's her picture and there's her name. He doesn't say anything, right? He doesn't say anything. So eventually, word gets around to management, and management says, hey, you know this person? Say, yeah. Say, oh, that's my wife. Oh, the one on the activist, you know, radical list, keep an eye out on these buggers. Is like, that's the wife of James anyway. So James, okay, after a while, say, okay, well, maybe she's not dangerous. Maybe she's not trying to be Kamehameha the Sixth, you know, break the window, go sit on the throne. I'm Kamehameha the Sixth, right? And so they said, okay, eventually, okay, well, maybe she's not dangerous, right? And then they say, okay, they listen to what we say, yeah? We try to restore the kingdom. We're not claiming to be the king. We're not claiming to be the queen. We believe in the kingdom and the restoration, right? Okay. Eventually, she goes via the board of directors of Iolani Palace. But then after that, oh, windy and hot out of it. Me too, guys. So eventually what happens is that, you know, politics being politics, yeah? She gets thrown off the board, and politics being politics, James gets kicked off the staff, you know, the whatever. And then what happens is, when he passed away, you know, they were having, you know, his memorial services at the Ahu at Iolani Palace. And so the Iolani Palace guys come, and they gave that flag in James's memory. And that is a monarchy standard flag, and that probably flew over Iolani Palace at one time. And that's a real Iolani Palace monarchy standard flag. I mean, that was too, but it's recent, that one. That's like, I don't know, maybe 10 years. But that one has been around since what, 95? How long is that? 15
Yeah,
plus.
it's like the old saying, truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah. And so now I think Lynette is back on the radicals list. Dangerous radicals. Okay, you need one belt or something to hold on to that, or you're good with that?
Oh yeah, no, I would have built.
But then you gotta still have them, you gotta plug them into the thing, huh?
Or I gotta hold them this high.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was for the little one.
Nah, I get them.
Yeah, and then you throw them inside there, so it supports you, yeah, so you just plug them into the puka, if it'll fit.
Yeah, I heard them. That's why I'm switching between them.
Right, Pono J, you're fly, huh? All right.
Okay. And so, what else stories we want to tell?
Well, I love the story about the permission
Oh, that one.
and the beginning of that first Wakea.
Okie dokie. It's been kind of like, you know, I don't know. It's very strange. Anyway, but I told you guys about it. Okay, you go hear about it again. What happened was that this was 2002, first Huakai, and we're trying to decide. We're going to do this pono, right? We don't want to like mess up, right? So the question was, you know, if you're malihini to a place, what you got to do is you got to ask for permission, right? And so we're asking, well, what should we do? We're going to ask for permission, right? But if you all know the story, you all know the story about how these chants came to be, yeah? Hi'iaki Kapoleo Pele is onto Kauai. And she's asking for permission for somebody, you know, to visit, right? So she does this kahea, this oli kahea, this entrance chant, and nobody answers her. So 3 times she does a chant, and 3 times there's no answer. So she leaves. And what happens at Pele, well, she avenges this. What she does is she buries that house in lava on Kauai. Okay, so the tradition is you got 3 chances to answer oli kahea. If you don't answer them, bad things happen to you. So we're thinking, you better not do the oli kahea, because if nobody answers, it's like, oh, that's bad, you know, it's tradition is really bad. So we're going to launch the Huakai. That's the trip that we did 2002. About a week before we leave, that week we're going to start, we get a call from Sam Ohugon, who says, oh, I changed my mind. We're going to do an oli kahea. But we're going to look for ho'ailono. We're going to look for signs that it's good, yeah? Okay, so what happens is that we're going to decide, okay, which one we're going to do? We're going to do the one everybody does, kunihi, which is the one Hi'iaki Kapoleo Pele said, yeah? But we say, well, maybe that's not so appropriate. Maybe we do li'u, because, are you familiar with li'u? Okay, li'u asks for permission, you know, to come in from the highlands, the cold, yeah? So we're thinking, well, you know, we're going to be in the mountains, that's more appropriate, right? So we're doing it, and the chant goes, li'u vale kaukau koho la lele. Oh, no, this thing fits inside a puku over there. Yeah, there you go. If you can fit inside, you can. Okay, then you support the weight like that, no need, just hold them straight. So anyway, so we're going down to the place to start by the ocean, yeah, Makai at Hamakua. And the driver says, oh, this big place, man, I wonder where these guys could be at Kohola Lele. And so what happens is that, so what? Kohola Lele, liu vale kako Kohola Lele. So yeah, it's Kohola Lele Point. So anyway, go from there, we go up Umiko Trail, up to Umiko Village, and we meet this guy, Norm Gonsalves, yeah? Norm, yeah? Yeah. And so Norm says, oh, we tell him the story. He says, wow, he says, it's really fascinating. Because you know the Umiko Trail, which is where we're going to go up, that's almost all entirely in the ahupua of Kohola Lele. And the ahupua of Kohola Lele goes all the way up to the top of Mauna Kea. Wow, that's cool, wow. But see, my understanding was that that's the Kauai chant. Nothing to do with Hawaii Island, right? Okay, that's cool, okay. And so what happens is that, you know, we do our thing, we go to Mauna Kea, we go down to Kiholo, then we go down to Luahinivai. The second year, we go from Mauna Kea down to Pohakuloa to Mauna Loa, and then down to Kilauea, and then down to the ocean, right? And at the ocean, we are at, actually it's, what is the name of that landing? Keauho Ahupua'a. Okay, so years later, 5 years later, I'm in a hula study program, yeah? A hula training program. We go look at that chant, yeah? Where was that? In unwritten literature. And then it was translated from newspapers in the 1860s, yeah? And it turns out, no, li'u is not a Kauai chant. Li'u is a Hawaii Island chant. And it's talking about a trip that you take from Koholalele Ahupua to the top of Mauna Kea, over to Mauna Loa, and down to Kapapala Ahupua. And in the way we learn it, Ikapapala, to the flatlands. But it's not. It was over to Kapapala. You know Kapapala Ahupua. You familiar with that? Kapapala Ahupua is on the southern side of Mauna Loa. It is the biggest Ahupua in the Pai'aina. So that's where the trip went. Went from Hamakua Coast, up the Umikoa Trail, over to Mauna Loa, down to Kapapala. And that's where that chant came from. We didn't know at the time, but it chose itself. Okay, we think it chose itself. It chose to be the one that we did and to be at the time we did it. And not only that, it chose to tell us 5 years later of what it really meant. And so that's what, when they say, Ikolelo keola, ikolelo kamake, yeah? Yeah. In the word is life and the word is death, yeah? But the way we are told, yeah, all the meles, all the chants, they have their own life. They have their own life. And they tell you things, but when they're ready to tell you things, yeah? So the chants are alive, the words are alive, yeah.
And we were so lucky that we did the same trip that the chant talked about.
Yeah, almost exactly the same. Because the Ahupua of Kealoha is the one right next door to Kapapala, right next door. Yeah, it's been an interesting set of huaka'i actually.
So we don't know what we do sometimes, but it's, you can call it coincidental,
No,
you can call it lucky, you can call it all kinds of things,
no.
but there's a heavy duty connection.
Things always happen for a reason. There is no such thing as coincidence. When things happen, there is a reason for it. No such thing as, oh, just by chance. There's a reason.
Then we were up here 2 years ago, and I drew a route from Lake Waiau across to the springs at Kopookani. And on that day, we dropped these guys off up here, and we drove down around to meet them. And
Okay, the story goes back. 2007, okay? I read in the newspaper that some tourist has disappeared in Mauna Kea. Okay, you already heard the story, sorry. You heard that one?
yeah,
Oh, sorry, I already told the story.
no, yeah.
All right, well, okay, we'll tell the story again just for,
That's part of the story of this place.
Okay, so some tourist from Michigan disappears 2007, December 5th, 2007. I'm in Honolulu. I'm in the training program. We're not going to come to Mauna Kea for a while. I read a newspaper. They're looking for 3 weeks to kind of find the guy. The guy was kind of foolish. He went up, when a storm was about to hit. And what happens is that I read a newspaper. They kind of find this guy, 3 weeks. So I read it, I'm thinking to myself, we're going to find this guy. I know we're going to find this guy. I know it. Okay, so we resume huaka'i in 2012, okay? So 2012, I kind of forgot about the guy, but I knew we were going to find that guy. Anyway, so 2012, okay, first day out. So,
Give one time. So tell a story. Finish the story.
okay. First day out, okay? First hour, first mile, we come across the bones. We found the guy. First hour, first mile out, we found them. Okay, they're ready to go already. But yeah, so we think that Mr. Murphy wanted to be found. The mountain wanted us to find him. Again, no such thing as coincidence, because if you know, Mauna Kea is so huge. You look at this place, you walk down there, you can miss somebody completely.
But Kaho'ola followed the route that I had drawn and went right up to the guy.
Right up, straight on. So, again, there's just so many no coincidences. Things are meant. Things are meant to be.
Okay, anyway. We better start going.
Okay, we got a mosey.